In this video, we're gonna share our flight experience on Norse 787-900 from CDG Paris to JFK, New York. Let's go check it out.
Check out the personal item size, the carry-on bag size, the combo 10 kg. No size there, but it better be very small. It's very small. This backpack that Alia has, that fits in perfectly. Mine fits in perfectly, but if you have anything bigger, gotta be careful. They have an elevate your experience today. Ask about upgrading. You have extra legroom, best in class 43 inches, sleep ready seats, delicious dining, and free amenity kit. We just got our boarding pass.
Once again, very helpful Norse staff at the counters. Well, there's a lot of counters open, so they're again very efficient. When we reached here, there was not very long lines because we were about 4 hours before the flight time. Yeah. We ended up having the same issue with the Khizr's date of birth. We actually have no idea what's going on, but we're glad they fixed it. It took us some time. Now we're gonna head to the security and see if it actually works. If they let us pass, we're good.
I guess the station manager or the supervisor here,
yeah,
super nice. She actually fixed the issue, and our ticket agent was extremely nice. He is actually sitting in the background there. So if you see this video, thank you for your help. And the smiles and the chit chat, we really truly appreciate it. I like it. By the way, we just had an Air France check-in experience in Casablanca. That was not so optimal.
Fun, yeah.
And it's all about people. It's not about what's happening. You can tell us what's going on with our luggage, but it's how you interact. And Norse, both the staff and JFK was amazing.
At JFK, we had terrible issues. Like we went into security, were sent back. We again went into security. We again had trouble. And there was a system shutdown for at least 50 minutes, but the staff was so nice. We did not mind any of those things at all.
We're off to a great start. We did not pay for seats, but we are lucky they checked us in. All 4 of us are seated together. Yay, food, movies. We're gonna do that now. We're gonna head in. We have to go through immigrations next. I'm gonna put the camera down. The immigration experience here was
amazing.
Chef's kiss. The guy was amazing, laughed, joked with us, very nice, very friendly. Here's your gate 1. This is gate 2. That's where our flight's gonna depart from. We are in Terminal 3. If you're interested in Terminal 3, make sure you come check our video of the full tour. It's a very quirky little terminal, but if you come here, you can actually check out and do some plane spotting from the ground floor. And I think that is definitely a unique experience. But we're about to board Norse. Everybody's gone freshening up. They've called groups 2, 3, and 4. We are group 4. There's a massive line here. The line goes all the way here, so we're gonna wait in. We're probably the last ones that are gonna get on board with 3 carry-ons. We'll see if we can find space. That's an interesting, fun test. Oh, you're ready to fly Norse Atlantic Airways. It's such a cool name. I think I've said it in a couple of videos that I actually even like their logo. Their logo is pretty cool.
Once again, we are experiencing early boarding process. As the boarding passes says, the boarding starts at 7:15, but we saw them starting a little before 7. So by 7:10, I think we are one of the last ones, Yeah,
it's a theme on every flight. Like Air France out of Casablanca, same thing.
Yeah, when we were flying to Hobart from Sydney, the boarding was supposed to start at 6:15, and by 6:10 they were making the final call, and we were one of the last ones, and they were done.
They were
by
done boarding.
6:15.
Yeah, they were closing.
And they left early. So I think airlines, if they have the plane ready to go, they will just start boarding early. So be mindful of that and keep a check. Stay around your gate area so you don't miss any chance of boarding early.
Almost there. I think we'll probably get the last bus out here. All right, almost there. Through. We're gonna go to the back of the bus. Look at that funky little building on wheels. Now that is for the wheelchairs because there is no ramp, of course. So that funky little car that just went by, that goes up. Wheelchairs come in and goes up and down. Here's our aircraft. Everybody boarding right now. Norse Atlantic. Very excited about this aircraft. The ground crew has been incredible. those huge Rolls-Royce engines right there. And of course you can see the tail sign on the back. There's also another Norse parked right over there. We're waiting for the bus to pull up.
Here.
In the meantime, we all get to enjoy a little bit of AvGeek moment. How crowded is the bus? You can check. I mean, there's a little room here, but you know, they do fill up the bus pretty packed. First batch of people are heading out. Now I'm in the back of the bus, which means we'll be the last ones to exit this bus. There is also another bus behind us, and that's how they do. So if you want to be the first one out, make sure you are in the front of the bus. In front of the plane, right under the window, the cockpit window, it says Rago. If anybody knows what Rago is, let us know. That is interesting. So waiting for that crowd to come up. I think it will be like batch number 4 because we're still quite full in this bus. It kind of makes sense why they would start boarding so early, right? They started boarding this plane at 7. This process does take time. Now the cool thing is you climb up right next to the Rolls-Royce engine. So of course you're tempted to take pictures and stuff. Sometimes if they're refueling the aircraft, they will stop you. They will tell you you cannot take out your phone or take pictures. I don't see them refueling, so maybe we can show you guys our boarding on those stairs.
Wow.
Wow, that engine, that looks
this
amazing.
makes it worth it.
Yeah.
Boarding this wide body plane through buses can be very, very annoying and time-taking, but when you look at this,
Yeah, the engine
it
behind.
makes it worthwhile.
Yeah, and here's the view of the wing. Look at that. That looks amazing. All right, here we are. Finally made it in. We are row 15.
So we are now finally seated. The boarding, I would say, was a very lengthy process because it's a huge aircraft to fill in by buses. There were multiple buses and they were releasing people from the bus in batches. So that took a lot of time. A lot of people are still coming in. We're gonna give you the seat tour before the announcement starts. So we better get started. This is what the back of your seat looks like. There's a screen and you can see the size of the screen next to my hand. There's a USB port and an audio jack. Right here, as expected, is your table, tray table. Folds out, folds back in, a place for cup. And moving on to the seat back pocket, you have an air sickness bag and the Norse 787-9 Dreamliner safety card.
Interestingly enough, there is no menu. We took Norse about 3 years ago, and there was a menu, and it was a delicious menu that you can order from. There was a cheese sandwich or like cheese and bread that was so good for like €8, but no menus to be found here. We will see if there's a menu in the IFE.
The seat looks nice and comfortable. It's a leather seat.
Space perspective, right? Both Alia and I are 5'8", different seating style. I sit a little bit back. Alia is like leaning in, but you can check. I have a lot of space. So does Alia.
Yeah, and I even have some space to put some stuff in here.
Yeah.
Now, I like to stretch my legs all the way, and there is enough space under the seats, even with my backpack on the side.
And I like to have my backpack right underneath. This is actually a carry-on. It's carry-on size, and I have my personal item here, both Bellroy products. I like having my backpack here. Huge backpack, and you can still see I can put my feet right underneath and I'm comfortable.
Now this is what the armrest looks like. Nice and sturdy. Right here is the button to recline your seat. Now we can't test the recline yet because we haven't taken off. Moving on to the headrest. Oh, perfect. Holds your head perfectly, nice and tight. Your neck won't fall, so you can sleep comfortably, and it does go up and down. And what's special about the headrest is their Norse logo, the nice color that they have, and this leather pad.
Yeah, I actually really like their livery color. The whole plane livery and this blue, really nice. Enter has movies, My Flight, Shop, TV series, and About Us. About Us was blank in our last flight. Here, there's a little history about the Boeing Dreamliner. Here at Norse, we consider our aircraft long ships, following the tradition of Norsemen and Norse women who explored the world generations before. Our Boeing Dreamliner feature a range of innovative technologies that make them more comfortable and the largest windows on any jet worldwide. Of course, if you have traveled in a Dreamliner, you know how these windows are. Massive windows, I think 30% bigger than any other aircraft. No physical shade, and you gotta darken the window using this mechanism, which right now is disabled. So if you like to manage your own window, Dreamliner is typically not that great for you. This goes on and on, but I actually like that there's a little bit of history about their aircraft and that their ships are named after the long ships of the Vikings. Movies, you can go and just look at your new releases, Better Man, Juror Number 2, and let's see, there were some oldies in there. Adventure, you got your Batman's 300, 10,000 BCs. I'm actually seeing a lot more older movies than a newer movie. A bunch of different categories, including Bollywood, biography, history, action, music, horror, animation, sci-fi, which is my genre. Let's go into TV series. Let's go and see. Oh, wow, they have Band of Brothers. I didn't see that on my flight to Paris. Coming back here, there's Conan O'Brien Must Go, which is a newer HBO show. There's Friends, there's Full House. So yeah, I would say they have a nice mix of TV shows. My Flight, which is not a map, but just an icon that moves, showing you progress, total time, arrival time, destination, altitude, outside air temperature, total distance, and ground speed. Now, also in our previous flight, a shop was blank. Sorry, adding items to your cart and placing an order is currently unavailable. We checked it during the flight too, and it was not working. So, although this time around, I do see some items. I was unable to see any items on the flight to Paris. So fresh food, there you go. They have the menu. Alia, let's go check out their menu.
Oh, that looks good. What is it? Butter chicken with basmati rice, daily hot snack, daily sandwich, and you have a daily veggie sandwich, ketchup, mayo,
French fries. That is crazy. Have boutique. So you can buy a Calvin Klein watch for $139, bracelets, sunglasses for $50. You can even buy plus airplane Bluetooth headphones, another watch, Tommy Hilfiger watch. This is an extensive list of items. Continuing our nuts and snacks, so they have quite a bit of nuts and snacks. Look at this, double salted caramel popcorn even. Price-wise, this is pretty comparable with if you were going to buy it at the airport. Actually, some of the items are cheaper than if you had bought it at the airport. You have a whole bunch of drinks here. We're just going to go straight to soft drinks. A can of soda is $4.30, exactly the price that was at the airport. Water is $3.70. So make sure you fill your water bottles before you board the plane. You can get your coffee or tea. If you have not paid for any meals, $4 or $3 will get you that caffeine. Here is the best part. You can, right now, if available, upgrade to premium for $350. You will enjoy privileges such as more space, comfort, 2 meals, complimentary drinks throughout the flight. I've not seen any other airline do that you can purchase a seat upgrade once you have seated in economy and just want to splurge.
Always put on your own mask first.
Timing wise,
Please look
pickup time is 8:20, so just a couple of minutes late. Alright, safety briefing ended. Now we're gonna settle in. I'm gonna close the menu so I don't get more hungry. Both Shop and About Us was not working on our plane from New York to Paris. So if you are like us, don't give up on your return flight. Do check, or maybe on one of the other planes, this IFP is not functioning properly. So we are delayed by 15 minutes because there was an aircraft parked behind us. We're actually gonna watch a bunch of pictures that we took in Marrakesh and Morocco. If you actually follow our channel, you would notice that we came to Paris, we hung out in Paris for a day, then we went to Casablanca, hung out there for 2 days, then we took a train between Casablanca and Marrakesh, went to the market, met local Moroccans, really kind, nice people, and then we also had an unfortunate event there, but all of that is captured in that series. We did all of that so we can visit our 6th continent in 8 months. And exactly 8 months ago, I had a stroke, and there were debates about whether we could travel, what's going to happen with our travel. So we definitely feel accomplished that since then, a heart surgery and a heart procedure later, everything is well, and we have visited 6 continents. The only continent we haven't visited is Antarctica, so that was a little PSA for our channel. Make sure you do come and subscribe. What an incredible looking aircraft. So is anybody out there who has flown in a Concorde? I had an uncle years ago who had flown in Concorde. He actually gave me a portfolio, a leather portfolio. I still keep all my passports and stuff in there as a memorabilia. You're gonna see the airport hotel we stayed at. We spent $106 in total staying here for one night. This was the cheapest airport hotel that is 4 stars at Charles de Gaulle when we stayed here. Never seen that tail or livery before. That is very mysterious, but very cool. So let us know in comments what that airline is if you know. By Insight, by Amelia, by Terminal 3, by Terminal 2E and 2F. All the places we hung out, enjoyed this great weekend in Paris and Morocco. The crew is going around serving, and about like 10 minutes ago, our neighbor in front just started looking at us from the front seat. It was really interesting because
Yeah, it's never happened before, and I don't know, it was a little uncomfortable because at first you don't know what's happening.
I asked her, I said, "Are you okay? Like, is everything okay? Can we help?" And I think she signaled that maybe she was feeling claustrophobic or something.
Yeah.
So there was definitely, in all of our flights, nobody has ever done that except for babies. So it's babies and our neighbor. But I mean, you saw that little footage that we put up. But anyway, I wanted to show you guys that Norse do have a meal service if you pay for it. If not, you can order using the cafe, and then they'll come around and give you some goodies. Now we have been eating a whole bunch of snacks. We're snacked out. The kids are watching Sheldon, young Sheldon. Ali is watching Friends, and I'm watching Den of Thieves Part 2 because Part 1 was fantastic. There is no sunset on this flight. We're gonna go back to some time lapse of our beautiful view. We are 56 minutes away from landing. I probably slept for about 3 hours. The one positive about the window seat in this aircraft is that this armrest comes up. Now in some airlines there's a little button you can press, it'll come up. In some airlines that little button does not exist, so this stays put. It kind of eats up into your space. What I did was I moved it up, put my personal item here. All my quick access items are right here, and if I'm not using that, I can just put my arm on it. It was very convenient. I took my giant backpack that was under the seat, moved it here. Kind of gives me a nice, honestly, it kind of gives me a nice softer place to land my knee, stretch my legs, and that's how I've been sleeping. I just said to Alia that this has been one of the most comfortable airplane or aircraft rides that I've had back. The cabin lights just came on. They're doing some meal service for anybody that prepaid their meal. So let's talk about the staff for a second. The staff has been really friendly. All in all, I think it's great to see a airline being extremely friendly to anybody who has a YouTube channel or a social media account. Both ground crew and the flight crew were very receptive to us. Norse, you're doing something good. We appreciate it for being very open with us, and honestly we are enjoying this experience, and that's the situation right now. So now we are 49 minutes away from landing, and we're gonna pick you guys up after we have landed at JFK to wrap this up. We just landed, and believe it or not, even though there was a delay, we landed on time. I'm ready to go. We gotta wake up the kids who are sleeping, both of them. We are heading out of the aircraft. Check out the seats. Okay.
Your ID? Thank you. You can go.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
And here we are in New York. Another budget transatlantic experience complete. The one thing I did miss was having a live map so then we can see exactly where we were. But overall, for $350 round trip to Paris on a holiday weekend is a great deal. Last time we had a $200 round trip to Oslo that we did on a holiday weekend, but it was around winter time. This one is in the summer for reference. It's actually good to see Norse introducing new routes around. Just wanted to highlight that none of our videos are ever sponsored. And here we are at the air train station. 5 days ago, we started this journey right here, heading to Paris, then on to Casablanca, Morocco, and then we decided to take a train to Marrakesh. Alia, you put it.
And then do it all over.
Then we repeated it in the last 36 hours. This was an adventure. If you don't believe me, let's check this face out. Still in shock. Still in shock of what we have done. Hope you guys enjoyed coming along on this Norse Atlantic Airways tour. I highly recommend. For $350, it's a great deal. On that note, we're gonna catch you guys in the bye for now.